I was saying, Joy Taylor, every dog has its day. And since I'm a big dog, I've got 2 days.
Okay.
So now.
You just called yourself a dog?
Yeah, I'm a dog. Yeah, I'm a big dog, a big one.
Kevin Durant is 6'11", who can pull up from 40.
Okay.
This brother is on that level. I'm talking about offensively.
Do you think you're better than Gerald Rivas is right now?
I'm better than you.
And we're live on the phone lines, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy MBZ. You know, Mark Brown, host of the Lowdown Podcast. It's episode 53. It's a special edition episode because this is a little bit outside of sports. You know, this is like I told you guys, I promised you guys in episode 1 that I was going to lean towards entertainment and other things too, here and there. And so here's another special edition episode. And this one's featuring Gerald Hudson, and he's the creator and designer, and he has his own Instagram account for his designs, which is Craft Comp. And so it stands for Custom Wooden Crafted Pieces. You can follow that on Instagram at CRFTCOMP, so Craft Comp. And his Instagram username is _ASTRONOTG, so Astronaut G. So, Gerald, welcome to the show.
Hey, man, thank you for having me on, man. It's an honor. Pleasure.
Oh, no, it's a pleasure having you on. And by the way, for those that don't know, me and Gerald have known each other pretty much our whole lives, and then I feel good having him on the show because I told him this a long time ago. We planned this out, months ahead of time, and here we are. It's finally here, and we're finally cooking it. So Gerald, man, obviously, you've been creating graphics for a long time. It goes way back to maybe 9th grade. I remember in 9th grade, you would get on the computer, used to make music and stuff and make beats, and then you also used to make designs on your laptop. So tell us how you I guess discovered the talent of graphics or graphic design.
Well, how I discovered, although I kind of always drew and stuff like that, had sketchbooks and things like that, I never really, graphic-wise until high school, about junior year of high school. Yeah, I took my first graphic class. It was like an introduction course. I loved it, though. I created a lot of things. I still have a few of them. I got a dig for them, though. But
oh, man, so that does take us back. And then, so what gave you the passion for it? Because you talked about how you discovered it. So what gave you the passion to keep going?
Well, man, going to school, actually, going to college for it, that made the passion grow a lot stronger because when I first started, I still didn't really see the vision. You don't really see it until a little later, I guess. I don't know. It's just my path, but I say going to school and my classmates, they definitely push me. We still push each other to this day. I know some great people, met some great people while I was in school, and following them on Instagram and seeing their graphics and their work just inspires me, and a few other things, but that mostly for sure.
And that's definitely a good point right there because that reminds me of I remember you telling me way back. Excuse me. I remember you telling me way back that you always like to design things. You like to just doodle around on Adobe Photoshop and stuff like that while we were in high school, and then we go on to college. You go to Texas State Technical College out in Waco. And that's when you really found your niche. You go there, and then it just takes off. So, man, tell us about that. How did it feel to go to Texas State Technical College and then eventually get your degree and start working in that business or that field?
First off, man, look, I love my experience at Texas State Technical College in Waco. A lot of people are going to be confused, wait, Texas State? Wait, no, Texas State Technical College. It's still with Texas State in Waco. And at first, my first few semesters, let's say my first through the third semester, I'll be honest, man, I wasn't really too fond of it. I wasn't too fond of the city or just the environment. But as I started to grow up and just realize that, man, I'm really doing this, and my teachers really inspired me and saying, Gerald, you can really be good if you put that work in. And so that's what I did. And from there, it's just a spark just grew inside of me. And like I said, my classmates, they keep me pushing. They want me to get better grades. Oh, you got an A? Shoot, man, I got to get higher. You know what I'm saying? I got, so that's really what it was. But all in all, together, my experience at Texas State Technical College was really good, man. I learned a lot, met a lot of good people, like I said, and those connections, things that I did. I was in a visual art society group. It was like a club, and that was special. I still think about those times, and I have the shirts and still and all that. But yeah, man, we did all kind of crazy stuff, and it was good though. It was good. I liked it a lot.
And speaking of, being special, I remember there was times like this takes me back to 2017. I remember you were going to art shows. Like, actually, yeah, that's around that time. So around this time in 2017, you were going to art shows out in Dallas. And I remember you got the chance to go to watch a few other people who are also in that business or in that field, and it displayed their pieces that they made. And then you got a chance to, did you get a chance to showcase any of your pieces that you had on you when you went to those art shows, or how did that work?
Well, prior to now, no, I have never had even a thought of putting my art in any art show, because for the longest I was just trying to get myself better and get my work to a point where I feel like I could put it out. So I did my first art show this year, actually in January again. So no, I never put my art out anywhere or anything like that. I was just going to school for a while, mastering the tools and the programs and getting my style. Really, people to forget that part where you develop how you are, how you want to paint your picture. And so that all had to happen first before I just start putting my work out there.
Yeah, because I guess, like you said, it's like a stepping stone. So that makes plenty of sense right there. So you just, working your way up. And then I really enjoy how you created that Craft Comp Instagram page, because I've been following it ever since the day you started. And I remember when you displayed that IGTV preview of what you're going to be doing from here on out. And it's just really the beginning. This is the beginning of what is to become. And I'm sensing something great. I'm not saying this because I've known you my whole life, but I can just sense it. I can sense something great coming out of this. And this is a start. And, we're kicking off 2020 just right, all right? This new decade, new beginnings, and it's sure showing with the Craft Comp site that you made. So how are you feeling so far about that new Instagram account that you created?
Well, I'm feeling really good about it, honestly. I get a lot of good feedback from it. Everything that's happened on there is pretty much organic, I would say. I posted it on my own page like once or twice now, maybe 3 times at max. But like I said, everything else is organic. Like, people just are starting to naturally gravitate towards it, and that's how I want it. I don't want to force it, but slow growth is that's just normal in life. You can't rush things, and I like that slow growth. I like getting it out the mud. I like grinding. You feel me? So it ain't nothing, about the follower count. It's just about having that workout and putting that good that good work out there and letting the people see, put it on display for them.
Yeah, that was a smart answer right there, man. That shows how humble you are as in terms of like displaying your work, because like you said, when you rush into things, usually it doesn't work out. So evidently speaking, when it comes to just taking it one step at a time, that's how you really grow your success. And then so far, it's looking good. You definitely got your supporters out there. I'm definitely one of them for sure, and I'll always support it no matter what. And in terms of that, support. So I noticed like you've been networking too. I mean, you got your people out in Dallas, because you lived in Dallas and you lived in the Houston area and during your lifetime. So you made connections and not only in Dallas and Houston, but also at Texas State Technical College. I stuttered, but Technical College. And then you also got a chance to network and meet and greet with people at that school alone. So you had 3 different locations at least where you got a chance to display your talent and network with people. So how does it feel when it comes to networking, knowing that you have people in different areas?
Man. Shout out to Dallas, shout out to Houston. I got real good, I get real love out there in both of those cities. Houston, man, it's a whole different vibe out there. It's a whole different, just aura to Houston. I love being out there. Just having those connections out there is important to me as well. I know me and you know what I'm talking about, Sadiq and and Amai, those are some real good guys, and some of the best editors and producers that I know. So, just having them on my good side, on my team, on our team, really, it's really a blessing. So just having them in Dallas, got all the music guys, Waste, Bizarre, Beezy, all the guys, Ease, all of them. So BP, so just all of them, it's good knowing being in both of those cities for sure, and in Waco. I can't leave that out. I met a lot of good people out here, like I said, but those 2 cities, we go back, man. We go super back. But a blessing being in the mix of all these cities. I shout out to Waco, Dallas, and Houston. Yes.
Oh, for sure. And man, that makes plenty of sense right there. And I also noticed that, see, like I said, like I mentioned at the beginning of this segment, I've noticed that you, like I said, I mentioned that you were a man of many talents, and it's sure showing. I mean, not only can you make graphics, you also made beats throughout your life. You also even rapped a few times. Got a chance to do some verses on some songs here and there. So you're multi-talented, man. You know how to create things. So you're very creative. So you have a creative mind. So basically, like, try to inform us on how creative you can be. Like, do you feel like you're on the stepping stones to your full potential, or do you feel like you already reached your full potential?
Man, that is a great question. Man, to be honest, I feel like, sometimes I do hit a cap, and that's just life. I don't feel down about it or anything. I just let the motion of that just, I let that cycle and that motion go, let it play out, and that until I get that spark again. And that's all it is. You don't really hit a cap. You just need something to inspire you even more than what last inspired you, So that's all that is. But no, I don't feel like I, reached the potential. I don't know. Nobody has reached their, like, potential. I mean, obviously, if you've done like just so many things, like, so it's just a lot, right? But people feel like I've done so much, and even me, I fall victim to this as well. I've done this, done that, so I feel like you can chill or whatever. But like I said, man, it's all about growing, and you never stop growing. So that's what keeps you leveling up in life, or creator-wise, just doing anything, just not just art or whatever, just anything.
Yeah, well said right there, because I also noticed this. Like you said, when it comes to creativity, we are in the right time frame for that, because now technology is really booming. I mean, there's so many things that have been created that we've never seen before or never even thought of when we were younger, and it's already right in front of us. So that shows that there's a future with graphic design. I mean, there's so much you can do with that. And right now, since you already started your craft account, there's so many things you can do with it. And then, so what do you plan? What are your main goals in the near future for you? Like, where do you plan on going with this talent that you have?
Man, that's another good question. Well, as far as my art goes, like graphics, continue to do what I do now. Just put out what I feel like putting out. That's the most important part about whatever you're doing creative-wise. And of course, try to appeal to the fans, and and of course, if you can't just do what you want. It's not all about you. Sometimes you have to appeal to the people, but most importantly, it's just about putting out what you want. And as far as the building stuff goes, I just want to continue to make 101 pieces, like just rare pieces, and eventually just have enough and be at a point in life to where people start to recognize they just like, okay, well, you have this piece, can I have this, and take it to the museum, and we can put it there for however long, if they want to keep it or whatever. Just being in museums, I guess, as far as creating the wood pieces go. But and the graphics-wise, just continue to do what I'm doing now. Just put out content that I feel like the world might like to see.
Oh, I don't know about might. I know they want to see it, because I'm one of those people that want to see it. Like, every single time you create more content or something new, I'm always like one of those people. I'm like, I'm about to jump in and check this out, because I mean, especially that IGTV video that you made. I was like, man, like when I saw that, I knew you were up to something big, because I mean, at first I noticed like you would display some of your pieces that you made. You would display it on Instagram, and sometimes you even put it on Twitter here and there. And I noticed, I was like, okay, he's got another design here. And I noticed that you're pretty fast when it comes to creating new content. I mean, I noticed you'll have it seems like you'll have a graphic just every single day, or maybe 2 graphics each day. Like it just comes, it keeps coming. And then now the fact that you're utilizing it with video clips and stuff like that. I mean, there's so much you can do with that. So, like, how did it feel? So, tell us about that moment real quick whenever you created that IGTV video. So, how did it feel knowing that you were up to something new?
Well, the crazy thing is, I was supposed to drop another one in this February, right? But, like, all right, see, I had planned, I had this little journal, right? I write everything out, I plan everything out with dates, right? And like sometime last November, I was like, man, I need to